Hello everyone and welcome to Vivid Realm. My name is Wari Ellis-Dokubo, and today I want to talk about anger and unforgiveness as an addiction. Anger is a strong feeling of annoyance, hostility or displeasure. Unforgiveness is a feeling of anger or resentment towards someone for an offense, a flaw or a mistake. Addiction, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza in his You're the Placebo, said it is something you can't stop. And when you're angry and someone tells you to stop and you can't stop it, it means you might be addicted to anger. He went on further to say that anger, unforgiveness, hostility, fear, anxiety are all created from the hormones of stress, and that these stress hormones are highly addictive. He also said that these hormones produces 1200 chemicals that last from 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So I'm going to pose two challenges to you today. Next time you're angry and someone tells you to stop and you can't stop, it means you might be addicted to anger. The second challenge is, next time you're angry, try to see if you can cramp up everything you have to say and do within 2 minutes. If you can do that, then it means you might not be addicted to anger. But if you can't, it means you might be addicted to anger. Okay, it is obvious to some of us that anger and unforgiveness feeds on each other. Also, some people have the natural ability or the acquired ability to deal with hurtful situations and move on with their lives quicker than some who would dwell and ponder on their heads for days, months, and even years. I have to admit that I was from the latter group. I mean, the group that would dwell on their heads and so on and so forth. But my quest for inner peace has made me realize that I have to let go of certain things, and high on the priority list, anger, unforgiveness, hostility, and resentment. Some of us are even happy or comfortable to describe ourselves with terms like quick or short-tempered person, a no-nonsense person, touchy, moody person, temperamental, irascible, and so forth, so on and so forth. That is, we actually identify ourselves with such characteristics. It then becomes our personality. We forget the effect it's got on people around us and especially on ourselves. I was greatly challenged when I listened to Dr. Wendy's 10 Secrets to Inner Peace and Success. And one of them was that you cannot give what you don't have. I know that this phrase has been used in different balances, but here Dr. Dia was saying that when you're in an emotionally charged environment, that what comes out of you is what is actually inside of you. If you react to the situation by anger, hostility and violence, that is what is actually inside of you. But if you react in a peaceful manner, that also reflects what is inside of you. So I said to myself after listening to this video that next time I'm in an emotionally charged situation, I will behave in a peaceful manner. I failed not once, not twice, and I said, whoa, if what I'm saying, the way I'm reacting is what is inside of me, then I have serious rethinking to do. So I started looking up on how to manage my negative anger and let go of unforgiveness and resentment and so on and so forth. I know that I still have a very long way to go, but like the master sculptor, I'll keep hammering the marble block with steady blows of the hammer, knowing that I would succeed one day. As a matter of fact, the benefit I have now, the peace of mind I have now from practicing some little techniques and processes has prompted me to do this video, hoping that it's going to help some people out there. Don't get me wrong, anger is a natural emotion that, if repressed, can cause problems like passive aggression, indirect hostility, self-hatred, psychosomatic physical ailments, or even psychotic breakdowns. And if channeled wrongly, can cause malice, violence leading to knife and gun crimes, can cause murder, broken homes, and so many devastating things. But actually, anger is energy within us that has been provoked, and if channeled in the right way and used positively, can steer us to achieve so many positive things and even our goals. The electricity we're enjoying today, for example, was driven by anger. Thomas Edison, the founder of General Electric, was undergoing certain very important experiments when his gas supply was cut off because he was not able to pay his gas bills. So he got so angry that he started researching on gas techniques and economics with the intention of using electricity to replace gas. And after several experiments, he succeeded. So you see, we are enjoying electricity now, which was driven by anger to create. What I am talking here about is not like it's the negative anger or misused anger, but positive anger actually enables us to do so many things. It makes us to be even bold to do certain things that we would not otherwise be able to do. So sometimes it's difficult for some of us to let go of some hurtful events because it's been stirred into our brains by constant recollections of them. So the more you remember them, the more you recollect them, the more you create emotions associated with that event. That is why sometimes you see some people burst into tears when they narrate their past painful experiences to you. So as time goes on, as you keep this thing in your mind and replaying it in your mind, you forget and become unconscious that you bear a grudge or grudges. So you start seeing everybody like a backstabber or a betrayer or double crosser. Some of us would even call some people Judas. So what you're doing in effect is that what is happening in effect is that anything that is closely related or remotely close to what the painful experience you've had, you will just start behaving as you behaved when it happened in the past. So you would get yourself doing things like when the person says, look, I'm not like that person and I'm different, you will say, oh, no. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I had such and such bad experience in the past. So that is me. There's nothing I can do about it. Some of us would even go on to say this adage, once bitten, twice shy. So what you're doing in effect is that you are trying your best to make sure that your painful experience does not repeat itself. So in effect, you're preparing for that experience actually happening, forgetting the fact that what you focus on expands. What you give your attention to, you experience. So what is happening now is that you hold that person and yourself hostage because of that experience you've had. And you're now sharing the same emotional bond. So when you decide to forgive the person, you get back, when you decide to forgive the person, you get back your freedom, you release the person, you release yourself. And that is why sometimes some people come back and apologize for things that they've done, even if it's over 20, 30 years, because you have broken that that bond that held both of you together, and you have let go of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness actually has got a lot to do with you yourself than the person you're holding the grudge against, because you carry all those negative vibes around you, walking about it for years without knowing, affecting your own energy levels. So it is more for your own good to learn how to forgive and learn how to let go of resentments. Having said that, I'm not saying that you should remain in an abusive or toxic relationship. You can still forgive, detach yourself from the relationship or the person or the environment, and move on with your lives, because some situations can be actually very dangerous. Like I said earlier, these stress hormones are very addictive. So scientists are saying that the long-term effect of these hormones push genetic buttons that cause disease. So scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza are saying that if these stress hormones can cause disease, then minimizing the levels of these hormones can minimize disease. Don't get me wrong, there are other factors that do cause disease, but what I'm saying here is that if we can minimize disease by just being aware of our stress levels and trying to keep it down. I think it's an opportunity that we should grab. As these hormones are highly addictive, the more you think about it, the more you create those hormones. So it is easy for you to be addicted to anger and unforgiveness and resentment. But the good news is that, as with every other addiction, you can overcome it. I can overcome it. But the thing is that you have to get a conscious decision, to make a conscious decision to let go of anger and unforgiveness. And another most important thing is that you have to be aware that it's a problem. Once you are aware of it, you'll be able to do something about it. But your decision to let go of negative anger and embrace forgiveness is very important. And when you do that and you experience the peace of mind you have for forgiving someone, you would never want to trade it for anything else. Instead of guarding against past experience repeating itself in your life, you'll be guarding against negative energies, negative anger, and for any event that would make you to bear resentment towards any person. There are so many programs and information on the internet that you can use to manage negative anger and unforgiveness and resentment. However, in my next video, I'm going to give you some simple but basic tips that help me, and it's still helping me along my journey to let go of negative anger and embrace forgiveness. So until then, watch out for the next video that I promise that I'm going to give the tips. Goodbye for now. Take care of yourselves and bye. Peace be with you. Thank you. Don't forget to like the video if you do like it, and share. Thank you so much. Bye bye for now.